Okay, for anyone that's been doing Tracy Anderson, you may have had some frustrations with your setup, especially when you are really getting in a situation where you're sweating and you're in these compromising moves, and it's hard to actually get the workout done when you're sliding around. That was creating all sorts of frustration for me and just that much more of a barrier to get the workout done. So I was on a hunt for an awesome mat that was super grippy, but not so grippy that I couldn't move around. And what I did was I actually posted a comment in the Tracy Anderson community. Of course, as supportive as this community is, somebody responded and they recommended the mat called the B mat. This B mat can be ordered from their website, it can be ordered from Amazon, it comes in different lengths and also different thickness. That way you can choose what works best for you. So in this video, I'm going to get into the mat I bought, what my experience has been, why it actually works, and also some helpful perspective, at least that's been helping me during this really unprecedented time in the world. It's just, I think it's been weighing very heavy on all of us, and I just want to share what I'm doing that's been helping me. As I said, I discovered this mat through the Tracy Anderson community. What a great resource that is for any questions you have. And if you're shy about sharing a question, you can always search questions because guaranteed somebody's probably asked it. So when I got this recommendation, I immediately purchased it on Amazon. You can actually get 10% off by purchasing directly from their site. That is worth looking into. But because I do like the convenience of Amazon, knowing that the return policy is quite simple, I typically lean towards ordering there. But you shouldn't have any issue ordering directly from their site. I did see that they had different options. They have a 6mm thickness, a 4mm thickness, and a 2mm thickness. And knowing that with the Tracy Anderson workout, we're in different moves that can be sometimes tough on the joints a little bit, but really, for me, it hasn't been so much anymore just because I think my form has changed or my form has improved. But I just went with the greatest thickness. And in addition to that, they have mats in two different lengths. They have a 71-inch length and then an 85-inch length. And given it was only a handful of dollars difference, I just went with the 85-inch 6mm thickness and just went with the color that I thought worked best. When I got the mat, I was so relieved that it actually worked because I purchased a few different mats that claim to be slip resistant, but when it really comes down to it, they're not. And with this mat, it's really a great medium between being extra grippy, but not too grippy that you can't actually do anything and just be stuck. And I will note that I do still use a towel where my hands are much of the time. It just makes me feel that much more rooted and comfortable, and that usually comes during the end of the workout when things are really, really sweaty. But when it comes to my feet, which is really an area where I used to slip a lot because I wouldn't arrange a towel to my feet, that really hasn't been a problem at all. The grip is perfect for that. So you may be wondering, what is it that makes this mat so special? Well, on their site, on their Amazon listing, they detail that they have this open cell material that reduces the chance of sweat pooling on the mat, which of course is what can contribute to slipping and sliding around. Another great thing about this mat that I actually saw in a different review on it was that it doesn't smell. And there's been some feedback for the Lululemon yoga mat that people love, that when you first get it, it has a strong plasticky smell. And that's not the case here. Now, as great as the mat is, I do wish they had an option for a larger version, like a really large square. That would be helpful because I still do find myself having to manipulate the mat so I can do certain moves and really not slip. In addition to this mat, I do have some others that I continue to use. One which really just protects the surface of the floor. It's the largest mat I have, and it's quite slippery when it gets sweat on it, but it's really helpful for when I'm doing those movements that are, say, a kind of split movement where you really don't want grip, you want to be able to slide down. That's great. And again, it really just serves a primary purpose of protecting the floor. The mat I have over that is slightly grippy. It's done pretty well, but I was still growing kind of frustrated when I would reach certain moves and the level of the workout where I was just drenched in sweat and my shoes couldn't grip the way they needed to. That was really what my big issue was, because for my hands, I could always look to a towel, whereas trying to position a towel with your feet, it's just a little too much. As great as it is that the B mat has this grip that's so very helpful, it even just adds to the experience of my workout, because I'm not as frustrated during the workout as I was when I was slipping around. Now, don't get me wrong, I still reach frustration, especially with the moves I can't do, but with this mat, it's really just helped me overall. All in all, I can't recommend this enough. So if you do try it and you do love it or not, please let me know. And if you have other tools or mats of your own that really help you in providing a greater experience for your workout, please be sure to comment below. Those comments are so very helpful. And of course, if you would like this video and subscribe, also makes a big difference. And also want to add, for anybody that's struggling lately with all that's going on in the world, I know that this past week has been extra tough for me, what's going on especially in the Middle East. I want to share with you a book that's really been helpful to me, and that book is Many Lives, Many Masters. I think it can really benefit anyone, and it's really just brought me some calm and comfort during this unprecedented time. And in addition to that, if you do know any veterans or folks that have served in the Middle East, you may even want to reach out to them and see how they're doing. I realize how hard it is to watch from a perspective like mine, of somebody who's so naive and out of touch with what's going on, to reach out to those who really are affected by it, those that you know, those that you love. Be sure to do that. You may be surprised with what insight they provide you, as so many of our veterans. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they cope. I mean, my heart breaks for everybody involved in all that's going on, but doing what you can to get through this time in a healthy way is really all we can do. So that book, Many Lives, Many Masters, has been so very helpful. And then reaching out to my veteran friends to see how they're doing, get their perspective, hear their feelings, has also been really therapeutic. So if you haven't done that yet, you may want to. And I usually don't talk about stuff like that, but it's something that I think is probably weighing on all of us, that I wanted to plug that in here. As with every video, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for liking, for commenting. It really makes a big difference in how I very much appreciate it. So I hope you have a great week, especially given all that's going on in the world. Hope you take good care of yourself. Hope you feel the best that you can. And I hope to see you next time. So thank you again. And until next time.